Huh.
What is going on, guys? This is the Poketime Podcast, where we serve you up a cup of the hottest takes on what's going on in the Pokemon community. We got Yizzy Pokemon snacking it up.
Popcorn.
We got him snacking it up right now. What's
Proper
going on,
popcorn.
Yizzy?
You know, you gotta get comfy. It's a podcast. You know, you gotta get comfortable. You gotta get ready. You know.
I mean, there was a time, back in the day where we used to have those after the Poketime after dark specials. Where Yizzy would have those little juicy juices.
Did it? Oh, apple juice. Yeah, I had a couple apple juice. Nighttime.
Yeah, apple
It was
juice,
like perfect timing right before bed. You know.
Yeah.
But how you doing, Chef?
Pretty good.
Did
we do what?
Did you do your intro? You didn't do the intro.
Yeah, I did. I said this is the Poketime Podcast, where we serve you up a cup of the hottest takes in the Pokemon community.
Yeah, and then you're like, I'm not Shifum. This is Yizzy Pokemon. No. Okay.
Oh, am I supposed to say that? Oh, well, I'm not Shivam. I can be pretty drippy sometimes. Then you got Yizzy.
This is my co-host, Yizzy Pokemon.
And this is my co-host, Yizzy. I mean, I'm not going to lie. He was pretty drippy with the Supreme jacket last week. So, last week's podcast was kind of interesting, right? So the title of this,
we didn't talk about the topic.
yeah, we didn't really talk about the topic, and the title for this evening's podcast is "What Happened." Well, just a follow through. You guys see both of us right here. Yizzy and I, we're basically brothers, and you guys saw a little bit of siblings going off on each other. What are you pouring on your popcorn right now?
It's the Colonel seasoning white cheddar stuff.
Okay. Solid.
High quality.
Solid.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're back to normal. It was both our faults. We apologize to our audience, because I feel like our audience really didn't get the value that we typically try to say that we provide. So, just to make it up to you guys, we got a pretty solid podcast for this evening. Gives you a little bit blurry. Nope, it's back to normal. So, yeah, how was your weekend, man? I know we kind of did two separate things, but what'd you do this weekend?
I kind of just stayed low key. Had to sell some Pokemon cards on the Appy apps, you know.
Yeah, I saw you go live and whatnot fairly late too.
Yeah, I got a big order, or a commission order. I would say about 10K worth of products.
That's not bad. Good for you.
Yeah, it was like a lot of Skyrich stuff, but like I think some of them were like kind of prices that were like 2 months ago. But this is actually correlates to our topic today. But the prices of those slabs that were evaluated maybe 2 months ago, aren't even close to the value it is now. So
well, I will say this. I was in Tampa, and I think everyone missed you. They were like, "Man, Yizzy should be here right now." And 100%, it's true. I mean, Tampa was great for the most part. I got there Thursday morning, and dude, it is such a stark contrast when it comes to weather. Like, I literally left that morning so I left my house at 2 o'clock in the morning. I was up at 1. I left my house at 2 o'clock in the morning. I got to the airport at 3, and my flight was at 5:12. So basically, I got there right at 9 a.m. My buddy from my hometown, he like a guy that I've known like since 3rd grade. He's pretty much he came with me. So we pretty much had a good time. Checked in relatively early. We had an entire day to ourselves. We went to this place called Whiskey Cake.
Oh, it sounds like you had a great time, man.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun. It was lots of fun. We went to American Social for the first time. I was like, man, Yizzy would have loved American Social. I think that was really nice.
I went to American Social last time.
You did? Wait, you did?
Yeah. There's a lot of...
Oh, you did. That's right. You did. You did.
There's a lot of fine people over there.
Yeah, I will say this. There's either like really, really attractive like older women or the like younger women, but there's like really no in between. It's really odd. But honestly,
like
COVID. COVID. No, I lost my voice this weekend.
Like the moms.
Yeah, but I was.
Did you get your raspy voice too?
Yeah. Most people would have been there for girls, but I would have been there for the sweaty dudes. Shim, did you eat any more dumplings? I actually didn't go to any Chinese or Asian places this
Mhm.
past weekend. You know, I went
Izzy, no
to
date tonight? No date tonight. I am not pursuing anyone now. No, I deleted the appy apps.
he deleted the appy apps, guys.
No more appy apps. It's
Should
just it's so repetitive. It's whatever it be.
should we have
But
like a poll going on in like in regards to how fast it will take you to get back on the appy apps?
I would say like I
I'm
don't
gonna give
know.
it
I've
3
been like
months. I'm gonna give it 3
I
months.
mean we'll talk about this for like how what are we at right now? We'll do it now like another minute. But I just it's like really repetitive, and for once I just want it to like I don't want to force it, you know? Just want to like have something like more natural, not forced.
Hey,
But
that's
yeah.
totally fine. I mean, that's understandable. I mean,
Yeah.
it was crazy. This I think the most craziest thing of this weekend was essentially the box break, man. That was crazy. You know,
Oh yeah.
so basically I had called Sarah, she actually hit me up. She said, "Hey, is there any way we can actually open up boxes for Tampa?" And I said, "Yeah, or Pokemon products." She didn't say boxes. I said, "Well, are you wanting to open up something or whatnot? Or are you wanting to open up something like, towards the evening like we did last time in Houston?" And she said, "Why not both?" And so, I got that set up with whatnot, and we got on stage. We opened up the first box. It was myself, Laura, aka Don Diego. Shout out to Don Diego, and Sarah, and the voice of Ash Ketchum, which was really cool. First box we opened, I'm here like trying to get my things set up and organized because I don't want to get someone's name mixed up. Are you choking on popcorn? Kernel stuck on the back of your throat?
Keep talking, dude.
Oh, okay.
Don't mind me.
I'm just making sure you're not dying. You look like you're dying.
What do you want to do, Jeff? You just laugh at me if I was dying.
No, I'd be like, hey, I'd call the police, and then I'd be like, hey, there's a guy in Alabama like dying right now. So I call. But yeah,
I actually joined. I almost mashed the trigger. I
You
almost
did?
mashed it. Yeah, I saw the triangle. The chat was going wild. Y'all had no idea. Like they were like triangle error.
We
And
did.
I was like, it's $600, and I'm like, it's worth more, at least 1,000. And
Yeah.
even if it's not worth 1,000, like those are the type of packs that you grade. Like there's no reason
keep
not to
sealing,
grade.
you get grade.
It's like a first edition Charizard. There's no reason not to grade that card.
Yeah. It's so when we opened it, I didn't really recognize it at first because I was too busy doing my own thing. We're getting set up. Craig is like doing the promo, giving like all the breakdowns of how like the buying options work. And then my good friends Kevin Cranberry and Sophia, aka Pokemon Pelgo, shout out to those two. They're like, Shiv, it's a I hear echoing from your end. Okay. I still hear it.
Keep going.
So basically I lost my train of thought. But Kevin and Sophia, they're like, Shiv, it's a black triangle box. And I look at it, I'm like, wait, what are you guys saying? Because I can barely hear them over the music. And so I finally understand. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. This is a black triangle box. And it took like a second or two for Craig and everyone to catch on. And then they looked at the box and they're like, holy crap. So we got the second box. And that second box was also a black triangle box. And that was even crazier. So then,
that was crazy. I'm pretty sure like half the people here saw it too. If y'all want to check out like the live reaction too, go to Shiv's Instagram.
Yeah, what's cool is that
it all that was pretty cool, dude. I everybody was like, the chat was wild. It was great.
Yeah, we had about like 280 people see it, or what they were watching it. I think that was pretty crazy.
Maybe I will say like that was an opportunity to like plug yourself in to get your thing going. Talk about Digimon more, like
Yeah. But I was kind of frustrated in a way. Not talking bad about the whole stream, but the way the computer was set up as far as OBS, it showed all three of us, but on the screen you could only see myself. I mean, well, you could only see like part of my face, like a tiny fraction, but you could see all of Laura.
You barely could see yourself. You saw half of Laura's face, and then Sarah. Yeah, that's how I do. I have to frame it up on my computer because it's not 16:9. It's this. So you got the 16:9, which is this. It's only going to capture this much of it.
Yeah. But I will
you
say
live
I got
here.
like a decent amount of followers from that. I probably got like 20 to 25, maybe 30 followers from that. That's okay. On Whatnot, which is totally fine. I'm content with that.
Yeah, but let's go ahead. We hit our 10-minute mark. I think we need to start doing that. Hit the 10-minute. Oh, you called this what happened? The 10-minute mark, and then we dive in.
Do you
Like,
really think we should do that? Does that take
I
away
do.
from
I
like the
do.
entertaining
That
aspect
way,
of it?
we can also add that into the segment at the beginning. Be like, if you don't want to listen to stupid, I don't like. There's not a time restriction on what we're saying,
Okay.
but it's more of like, let's have like, okay, let's cut it out short, and then we'll continue at the very end.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
'Cause
right.
I feel
I
people
mean,
want to know
I
the
feel like
spicy
people.
detail of our take on what's happening.
I still feel
Well,
like people are also in here for like the aspect of like just wanting to know what actually like happened or what's going on, because like there's people in
yeah,
here that probably didn't
kind
watch
of
what was
cater towards
happening.
both sides of the spectrum. That's all.
Yeah, I mean like there's that functionality there. I know here soon. I know for a fact we'll start putting in like the timestamps within the actual podcast, and that's something I think that's gonna be enjoyable. I think people are just here to enjoy the interaction. Excuse me, I
For
keep burping
sure.
a lot because of the Zevia, but
For sure,
yeah.
for sure.
I think when it comes to for the most part, I think it was just a great time, and it being Sunnyside Tampa, I want to kind of lead into the next topic. Collecticon is coming up. Official news is that it's going live Friday, but I can't say what else is going on. Myself and Yizzy, we have a lot of
I'll let
stuff
y'all
that's
know. So what's going on is Collecticon has all these special guests, and I'll start listing them. It's going to be just kidding.
Yeah. No, I mean, we got a lot of stuff that we can't really talk about. And we're literally getting like a play-by-play like almost every single week. So that's pretty interesting. And
I like how Shiv just dangles that in your face. Hey, there's
because like people
we
like
can't
I
talk
want
about
to
it.
tell them, but like the only thing I could tell them is that Collecticon is going live Friday. So first event is January 25th through the 27th. That is my birthday weekend. We're gonna be in Orlando, Florida, Sunnyside, Orlando, Florida, which works out perfect because like the temperature there is just awesome.
You know what we should do? We should ask
Matt,
sorry. We should ask Matt if we can share the good news early to our wonderful viewers.
ooh,
Yeah.
okay,
I mean,
okay.
like, we don't encompass like the whole community. Come on, it's like a small percent of it. But the people that do come,
But news does travel.
it does. But we would love to present. Yeah, but they're gonna be like, "Who said it?" Yizzy, Shivam.
Yeah.
Guys, what do
I
they
think that's
know?
a good
And
idea.
then-
Like
and then
for us to
later,
like break
they're
the
gonna be
news.
like, "Holy crap!
Yeah.
They told us this." You know?
Yeah, I totally think that I'll talk to them. I was like, hey, can we like break the news to people? I think that'd be pretty interesting each time.
Good.
Yeah,
We can be
yeah.
that news channel.
Yeah,
That's what people talk about. You know?
yeah.
People break contracts sometimes. Like
Very much
fighters,
so.
they're like, "Oh, like who you fight next? You know, what I mean, you won the championship. Who you going to fight next? What contract offers did they offer you?" He's like, "I'm not able to say." And then they'll start probing the person, and then finally they're like, "Oh, it may be this guy." And then they'll be like, "Is it this guy?" And then the person will be like,
It's to create interest, you know, like it's the name of the game. I mean,
"Yeah."
we're creating interest by
share,
telling
like,
our
one
audience
little thing.
about Collecticon, and you know they're getting amped up already. I mean,
Yeah.
who wouldn't? I mean,
Well, share just one thing share one thing for the people. Come
okay,
on, Shiv.
okay. The hotel is the Hyatt, and it's connected right to the convention center.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you're gonna tell them.
Me and Yizzy got a stage.
Get ready for after party events too. Actual scheduled events. After
Actual scheduled
hours.
event.
Official after hour events too. All right. But that's a little bit spicy.
That's a little taste right there. Is it Collecticon in February, not January? Yes, it's in February. It's February 25th through the 27th. What's going on, Lucario King, Kangaroo? What's going on, everybody in the chat? Moving on to the next bit of news. Well, not to our news. We're going to talk about our sponsors. TCG Stadium. TCG Stadium is a online card shop based in Nashville. Jimmy's son is the guy. He will take care of you. You know, all they have is Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And if you like either, if you like both, I know the 25th anniversary of Yu-Gi-Oh is about to come up. This could be a great time to stock up on some Yu-Gi-Oh product. Next up, we have the Pokemon Network. The Pokemon Network is a one-man show. It is Kenley. He is your guy to go to if you're trying to buy the most affordable or most expensive slabs. There's a lot of in between, and if you're looking for something, chances are he probably has it. And then Yizzy and I are no longer with Prodigy Games, but we're still involved with the same two people that were once part of Prodigy Games, Double Infinity Gaming or Double Infinity TCG. They are currently working on their online card shop. Once myself and Yizzy get that PNG, we will put it back on. Well, the new updated PNG we'll put it back onto the actual stream. So that should be pretty nice. Facts. So after that, we're gonna talk about Nami, guys. Nami is something that the Nami aspect of what we're trying to do as far as raising as much money as possible is is quickly wrapping up. Myself and Yezzy, we're pretty much ending. We're pretty much concluding all of this December 28th, and we have about $3,000 worth of prizes when it comes to Pokemon product, not including this base set 2-pack. I kind of thought about it, and whoever wins, you could donate any amount, $1 or a lot. It's up to you. Every cent counts. Every nickel counts. Every dime counts. If you win, what happens is that you pretty much decide whether or not you want to have it sent to you sealed as is, or you want us to rip it to you and send it to you, or if you want to do a pack battle, we can do that as well. So if you are wanting to do that, I did pin the actual donation link in the chat for all of you guys to actually donate it. I know a few people in here already donated already. We got Miami Card Traders, Montoya. A lot of people in here have already donated. So again, every cent matters. Every cent counts. Now, moving towards our actual main important topic of this evening is what happened. So last week we were supposed to talk about what, Yizzy? What was our topic last weekend?
Oh, like what's going on in community? Like why the demand?
Why should we be concerned?
Like, should we be worried about?
Yeah, we should. I think so. You know, just today, I just saw Nav. Shout out to PokeNav. He was wrapping up his last Pokemon Market Watch and his probably last YouTube video on his channel. He's stepping away from that channel as a whole, and he's probably on to newer projects. So shout out to him. You know, shout out to whatever endeavors he has. Hopefully he can find some success in it.
Really?
Yeah, found that out today. I watched this video today. You know, with that in mind, there's a lot of things that kind of concern me. Prices are going down. Just to give you a good example, and this might not be the case for everyone, but when I went to Tampa this weekend, it was tough moving Pokemon product, you know, for all the vendors. I mean, probably not so much Kenley. Kenley's able to move stuff relatively well, and he already had deals done before the actual event. He just got done selling $160,000 worth of Pokemon, well, just 2 Pokemon cards as a whole. So that was super interesting, but you know, it's crazy. It's kind of concerning, and it is a bit worrisome, but at the same time, I'm kind of not worried at all. And the reason why I say that is because of the fact that myself as a hobbyist, and this is not like the business aspect or, you know, the investing aspect. This is just purely as a hobbyist standpoint. It kind of gives me a little bit of air to breathe as a collector. And you know, I can probably speak on behalf of a lot of collectors out there that it kind of gives us a lot of air to breathe now. It's like now we're not rushed to get our Grail cards or our cards that we're trying to get on our collecting list. You know, like before, it felt like there was a level of urgency to be able to acquire certain cards for a particular collection. Otherwise, you just lost that opportunity altogether. And you know, let me blow my nose for a quick second, real fast. Let me step away.
Okay, cool, Jeff.
All right, I'm back. But it's one of those things where it's like people aren't really offering full price on Pokemon product. This convention really didn't have a whole lot of Pokemon people, so I don't think that's indicative of what's actually going on.
Not
But
at
at
all.
the same time, you know, a lot of the vendors that were there, they're pretty much buying from each other. There wasn't actual Pokemon people buying at this convention. Granted, this is like this is basically notorious for being a sports card convention, not so much a Pokemon card convention. But I think it's a great time for collectors to kind of like finally breathe and feel like they have more power in terms of being able to buy back a lot of the cards that they want. You know, like a lot of us who thought that cards that were once impossible are now more likely. They're more within our reach now, because like we can deploy negotiating tactics where it's like, hey, you know, the market isn't really too great right now. You can either sell it to me right now, or eventually the price of this card is going to continue to dip, and you're not going to make as much money as I'm offering you right now. So that's a negotiation tactic that people could probably use right now. But the investor or the content creator in me is, I wouldn't say worried, because I'm always gonna like produce content. So like the only reason why I'm talking about content as a whole is because a lot of content creators have kind of felt the sting of interest kind of leaving the hobby. You know, back in 2020 as a whole, late 2020 and then early 2021, there was like content creators could get a lot of viewership. We could get a lot of viewership, and it was so easy.
To this like spiral downwards? I guess you could call it almost a crash. What is the reason for this crash?
I wouldn't even say it's a crash. I think it's just a correction. I think, and when I mean by correction, I mean by
a crash is a 20% dip in the market, and as we see now, based off the peak of like when Pokemon was a couple months ago, it's gone down tremendous, over 20%.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course.
I call it a crash.
Well, also you have to look at it from this standpoint, right? It also depends on where you are. At what point did you kind of enter the market, so to speak? Like for myself specifically, in my example or my case isn't really the same for everyone, but I came into this market relatively.
Well, I mean, not your case, but like, what do you see that could be the cause of it? Not just
okay. Well, the cause itself, I think it's just a correct. Like when I mean by correction, obviously it's a crash, but what I mean by that is simply this thing where, we go back to this point in time before COVID, where, when COVID first started kicking off and lockdown started happening, people weren't traveling, so people were just spending a lot of their saved up money onto collectibles, specifically Pokemon, and that kind of dried out the entire secondary market with vintage Pokemon product that was super affordable at that time. Now, I think a lot of people who came into this space within that time frame, they kind of just left, or they're just hanging by on the sidelines. And I think interest has just kind of gotten back to normal. It's not where there's a lot of hype to be happening. It's we're at that point again where things are right where they should be, and I think things are gonna just slowly just like move sideways, or like there might be moments where it goes up, and then but those moments that go up are all organic. What caused that complete spike was it was organic, but a lot of it was pumped, right? Like we talked about how Collectibles Guru pumped parts of the market as far as pushing first issue Shadowless Charizard's code. There was a lot of people pumping up cards left and right. There was a lot of shill bidding going on. You know, when you take PWCC off of eBay, you remove that opportunity to actually shill bid. So then at that point in time, like when we were in Houston, that pretty much happened around that same time. So buyers and sellers can't refer to eBay, and in that aspect, when sales aren't occurring on a regular basis like it was on PWCC, auction houses aren't doing too hot because the marketing behind it is really bad. And when those auction houses fail on actual sales, then what happens is that advantageous buyers are going to refer to those as actual comps, and then people who have high-end product, they're not going to want to push it towards the actual auction house. It's just overall, people aren't really buying. Like when you go to a card shop right now, they're not going to buy your card for market price. They're going to offer 50 to 60%. Whereas before they were offering 75 to even 70%. It's just one of those things where it's like interest is, I wouldn't say it's died, and I wouldn't say things haven't gone anywhere. It's just that there's a lot of cards out there that have gone up in value. I will say that, but as a whole, I just think that we're back to normal. You know, we're back to where we were square one, 2019, with a lot of prices on a lot of cards, and I think that's a good place to be.
Some of them are below normal.
So, some
Like,
are, and those are testing resistance levels. And so what's going to happen is that in the next few months, is that if things don't recover past those resistance levels and it continues to go down, then that's a time to actually like sell your cards.
It could be a rebuild phase, because let's think about like what some of the people said in the chat. Shout out to the chat, y'all did say a lot of good, viable things.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
there's too many non-hobbies that got into it for the money. So yeah, it's a correction. So like, kind of what we're seeing is these people that got into it for the money, and they see the margins aren't there anymore. They have to get out, so they liquidate their stuff. People like us, when I see a crash like this, I'm like, oh, there's no way I'm selling this for this. I don't mind having it in like my collection.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna sell at that price. But these other people are just like go, go, go. So what you see is these prices selling at these very low. Like some slabs are even selling it for less than the price they created it for. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you see like that type of behavior, there's gonna be, I feel like there's gonna be a recovery phase. And so like at this point, once the crash happens or like is happening, there's going to be a recovery phase where like everybody who wants the card is already in their collection. Everybody who doesn't want to be a part of the hobby, truly be a part of the hobby, which that encompasses selling, trading, grading, collecting, all of it, playing. Those people will still be in, and that's when you'll see like proper pricing of like people that actually want the card. So I'm just waiting to see like if that happens or not.
Yeah. And the thing is that we don't, like, us as people in the community, we don't want anyone to leave. But if that person feels like they want to leave, that's on them, you know? Us as hobbyists,
I mean,
we
like,
should be
there's
accepting.
people with the sole purpose of like have no nostalgic tie to it. What drove them into this hobby wasn't truly to be with this community, which is fine.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
as soon as like that driving force that allowed them to want to sell cards and want to collect is gone, they're out, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Lucario King said it right. Low pops are the key in the midst of falling prices right now. So right now, people have kind of gotten around to focusing. Like, people have basically made population reports the main focus. You put a lot of people are liquidating a lot of their stuff, like just normal cards here and there that are actually hobbyists, and they're putting it towards very, very low pop cards that are also high in demand, because they know for a fact that the value of those cards aren't really going to change as much. And there's always going to be a audience or group of people or a vast majority that's going to want to be able to acquire that card. At the end of the day, people still want a first edition Shadowless Charizard card. At the end of the day, people still want Gold Star Charizards. At the end of the day, people want high-end cards. It just comes down to if the price is right for you and if the price is right to the actual buyer. And, you know, I will say this.
Can you break down the typical mindset of like why people panic and why people like want to just like offload and dump some of their stuff? Because you hear people say, oh, dump, like it's going down. Like, what is the typical mindset of somebody that, when it comes to selling, of wanting to do that? Or like, oh my gosh, I have like, you know, I invested, I spent $1,000 on a case of Vivid Voltage. Oh my gosh, it's going so low. Somebody buy it for me for 600 when you made that $1,000.
Okay, so one thing could be this, right? Let's say they feel like they need to dump a product. Well, is that thought being put into their head because someone who is like quote unquote a whale wants them to dump it for super low? Because there are people who are in really, really good positions that are perfectly fine with the average collector dumping products for super cheap and then them buying it for that price. And then when the market goes back up, they're sitting very, very pretty. It's kind of like just not really influencing the market. Like there are people out there that are kind of saying like, oh, like the market is crashing. You'll have influential people, or big or small, because at the end of the day, there's small influencers, there's huge influencers. I think there's people out there that will say that, hey, the market is dying, and it will force or it will trigger a lot of people to sell their product, but they'll buy it up because they know it's going to go right back up. You know, right now I'm hearing, I had a guy like literally messaged me this weekend saying like, hey, Shiv, like I want you to source me 2 boxes within the $20,000 range because I'm pretty sure Logan's about to do something. And, I'm not going to mention who told me this, but I will say this 100%, and Yizzy doesn't know this, but I have a super duper reliable source that is telling me that Logan's big news has nothing to do with NFTs. Nothing to do with NFTs. So if it's about Pokemon, I believe it's going to be about Pokemon. And if something does happen, then great. If something doesn't
I
happen,
wonder
then
if it
great.
has anything to do with like the 10 other first edition booster boxes he has, or however many.
I don't know. I don't know if he even bought more. He could be buying more left and right. We just don't know it.
Yeah.
For one of the most public people in the entire world, like that's so difficult to know what he's like up to in this space. But at the same time,
there's no way to, whatever he's doing, I don't know. He can't rinse and repeat the same ingredient that he did the first time.
It kind of goes back to like our conversation with Alex Hodges that we had a couple of weeks ago. Well, 2 to 3 weeks ago.
He can't even do like open every box. I'm saying this, every box ever made in Pokemon history.
I mean, I think that would take a long time, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. But I mean, enough about Logan Paul, because we talk about Logan Paul a lot, and at the same time, I don't think.
No, I mean, like it's part of like kind of why we see this crash, because
Yeah, interest is gone. Interest is gone. I think we're at a normal level, like it's kind of like this chill phase, right? Like back in 2019 where you could kind of collect and not worry about the market going up or down and this and that. You can just collect leisurely. And I think that's super, I think that's a good thing for collectors, for people like you or myself. I can buy things at my own pace. I don't feel like I'm pushed or pressured to buy or sell certain things. Now, if you're someone that sells like yourself, it comes down to your margins, and I think if you're a seller, that's something to take into account of. Also at the same time take full advantage of. There's gonna be people out there that are trying to move boxes and liquidate it. Well, it's like, hey, I'm super liquid, and there's not many people out there that are trying to buy. You can position yourself in a way where it's like, look, I'm gonna offer you 50 to 60% market, maybe even 50% market. I'll give you cash right now if you need it that bad. And so that's what people are doing. I noticed that with wholesalers. I know that's what's happening at conventions. That's literally what's happening. And it's gonna continue to happen. And they're making profit off of it because they're just selling at MSRP. So they're making their margins. They're making their cuts. That's the hallmark of a good seller.
You have to go ahead and include the 25%, fees, taxes, and whatever handling.
Mm-hmm.
And then you still need your cut, which is another 20%. So you said people are how much were they offering? Like 50% or 60?
50 to 60%.
Jeez.
I know Win Collectibles, when I went up there just to see, I just wanted to kind of entertain it, but I went to go move some slabs that I was trying to consign. They offered me some cards 50% and then some cards 25%. Like a good example is this, okay? So I have in my possession a unlimited Neo Discovery holographic Umbreon that is a quad 9.5 plus, so 3 9.5 subgrades and a 10, right? My client wants $1,250 for it, so $1,250, and they offered me a fourth of that.
Hey, numbers aren't the same for them anymore,
No, well, it's not even that. It's more so like their margins are also taking into effect of how easy it is for them to move it, right? Like how long is it? Like what people don't understand when it comes to the seller's market is that the longer you actually, like when you're holding on to product, that also becomes expensive too. That takes up space. Like if you're a store, you can't afford to keep products sitting in your displays because that's expensive itself. You have to constantly keep moving things. Jordan Fridge is in the chat. What is going on, buddy?
Oh, snap. Oh, snapperoo.
He even has a check mark. He's so special right now.
What? He got a check mark? Look at that. Look at this guy.
Man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, but like that's what I really think. I think that's what's kind of happening right now, and I think prices are kind of Kangaroo is said it best, they're kind of matching up to drip and whatnot too, right? There's a lot of things that are kind of selling at a certain price, and it's just some of them are not really moving that well, and then some are. Yeah, Andy's a good
No,
example.
not
A booth offered him
that
$1,000 for a first dad Zard, and he sold it a few hours later for $3,250.
dang.
Yeah, it's tough, but I won't say it's impossible. But I also don't think people should be worried. Like, what do you
So
think?
it kind of goes
Do you
back
think
to
people should be
like,
worried?
huh?
Do you
But
think people should be worried?
worried? Um, I wouldn't say. I would ask you a question like, who should be worried? What type of
Ooh.
collector should be worried?
Well, I'm gonna let you answer that question. What's going on, Claire's Lair?
You know, let me. I asked you the question.
No, I volleyed it back to you. You asked me a lot of
I feel
questions.
like people like yourself wouldn't be worried. You actually are ecstatic about something like this. You're like, dang, you know, you used to be buying like Grail cards. What up, Claire? You used to be buying Grail cards left and right. It got to the point where like you would be lucky to even buy one a month.
Yeah,
And now you're like considering a couple a month. So that's
yeah,
awesome for you.
yeah. I'm pretty pumped.
Scalpers, terrible. It is absolutely terrible for scalpers.
Yeah, they're bleeding.
They're
They're bleeding.
yeah, and I mentioned this last week. So there's this store, this Walmart. Like first time I'm talking about ever since pandemic. First time I ever saw products. It's like, whoa, like what? This store gets scalped all the time. And I saw products. It was absolutely insane. And I go to Walmart every other day because I like to like go there and buy my food and
And
cook
scalp.
and scalp. And there was products there every day I went and they didn't move. And another thing to like kind of back that up is that yes, Pokemon is meeting demand, but I also saw on their website, I don't know if you can still get it, but their celebrations Pokemon Center exclusive ETB
Mm.
was still available. Maybe not now, but the limit was 4 when it first came out. The limit is 10. They put a
Yeah.
limit of 10 boxes.
Uh-huh.
So that's why it's scary for scalpers. For people that let me think. Let's see. What other kind of people? Collectors, people who rip is great. I think it's great overall around. It may hurt like kind of the breakers in the community a little bit, to be fair.
It
But if
depends.
you have a community that backs you,
Yeah.
it's not a problem.
It
I may
also,
start honestly. I may start breaking back on my channel and
I
just
mean,
build that up again.
yeah, I think you should.
Yeah, I
It's not a
got to the
bad
point
idea.
where I had like consistent people. Everybody knew each other. It was fun. Like everybody got like 2 packs, 3 packs, 4 packs, or whatever it may be, and then they would like trade with each other. I kind of want to get back into that.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
for sure.
the only thing that stopped me is like the packaging and the labeling and getting people's address. Like that was it took like 3-4 hours for no reason. Like
I'm sure
it
you
just
can
takes
figure out a
that
way
long.
to kind of streamline that a little bit. But speaking of like Walmart, this past weekend I went to Target. You know, I was there to get a Digimon. I got Don Diego Digimon Tamagotchi, and then I got Jordan Fringe a gift, and it was this like he had been looking for this for quite some time now, and he just couldn't find it. It was this silver Cubone toy from Jazzwares for the 25th anniversary because like 25 years is the silver anniversary, and so I scooped that up for him, and I think that's something that while I was there, I was checking out the card aisle. It was like, dude, I kid you not. Like, here's your card aisle. 90% of it was filled with just Pokemon. It was you had ETBs, you had blisters. I saw like one like small little spot for Dragon Ball blisters, and then some
Mhm.
for Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously. It's just one of those things where it's like, it's crazy. It's just craziness.
When I said their goal is to open one Wasi Pop per day.
Yeah, so Whatnot Ryan did say that. Whatnot Ryan is a guy who is going to be in charge of Whatnot's NFT division. That's something that they're developing right now. But yeah, their goal is to the idea is to open up one Watsy box every single day. And like we talk about desensitization, but like this is definitely desensitizing. Like this is so desensitizing. Like imagine opening up like high-end product every day.
Oh man, that's like, yeah, that's too much. That's too
And
much, man.
now, like my concern is like how long is this viable, right? Like
And
how
like
long? Like how many years?
long-term strategy, it's terrible. It's if you're trying to expand and grow that hobby in space, I think it's bad.
I don't think so.
Like
I think hey, they're trying to do everything. For what we gathered, they're gonna get into. They're already in shoes. They're already in high
wait,
fashion.
you think one Watsy box per day is good?
Not for breakers, but like I think let's look at what it was and what it is today, right? Things have definitely changed. Things are a lot different than what they are now. I think if, let's say, hypothetically speaking, sources start drying up completely, then sellers are going to have to adapt. It's not going to stop sellers, but they're definitely going to have to adapt to survive. That's how every business is. When we look at if that starts happening, then what happens to the overall prices of singles? Singles will rise. If boxes are breaking, if WotC boxes are being broken every single day, then and they start evaporating and it becomes almost damn near impossible to find, then vintage cars will go back up significantly. They'll spike back up because how else are you going to acquire? People are, the more and more WotC boxes keep breaking, the more and more that becomes more and more of a reason for people who own high-end WotC cards to have more and more stronger hands, to develop diamond hands. Because let's say all of a sudden first edition boxes just completely incinerate, right? That leads me to say that I'm not gonna sell my first edition Shadowless Charizard card unless I get a stupid good price. Because it's like, hey, what box are you gonna get it from? Like, what box?
No. Breaking a WotC box per day is terrible.
It's a good way for them to build their brand. They're gonna get into makeup. They're gonna get into everything. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to become a selling place. Yes, that's quote unquote on them. That's what they've said in verbatim.
Huh?
Like, that's what they said.
I'm not eating McDonald's every day. It sucks. I hate eating. Like, McDonald's once a day, great. Once a week, fine.
That's
every day,
right?
Hey, no, that's everyone.
No,
you want to eat McDonald's every day?
There's consumers out there that buy McDonald's every single day.
No,
you're just not it. You're that one person. But at the end of the day, there's always gonna be people that's going to go to McDonald's. So it's a terrible analogy. Using yourself is not terrible.
No, I would not eat it every day.
Do you think Whatnot is the only thing holding up box prices? No, I don't think so.
No, of course not. But
I think what's holding up box prices is what people is how much these boxes were being bought last year and how much sellers are willing to let it go for. Some people are perfectly okay with wanting to keep boxes within their collection, and that's really it.
Someone did that experiment already. What experiment? Do a box break every week? Every day? No, I don't think so.
They have their reasons, man. It might be tested. It could very much work. It might not be special to like that one person, but it's like you create this market where you're opening WotC boxes every single day. Then it's like I got options, but at the same time, it's like fuck, I have to act now. Otherwise, these boxes are just gonna go away.
I mean, yeah, I think Alex said it best, but it's an experiment. Like I don't think it's like a one thing. Like you can speculate all you want, but I don't know. I haven't thought about that. That's crazy. Like my first initial reaction is like, no, eating McDonald's every day. That's the first thing that came into my mind. I don't know. I was like, I don't want to eat McDonald's.
Sounds
every
like
day.
You're hungry.
I'm a little hungry.
Well, that's you, right? Like you might not want to eat it. You might want to eat McDonald's once a week, right? But it's the same thing for everyone else. But what day of the week that is that, right? What day is that? Like you have, let's say you have 7 people and they all like eating McDonald's once a week, but all those different days coincide with different days that they want to eat McDonald's. Then you have an entire day, you have an entire week where everyone's going to McDonald's.
Okay, that works too. But
I
may be wrong. I may be wrong. That's just me. I'm gonna get sick of it. I don't even want to watch it because it's just kind of like desensitization, like you said.
I guess my question to you is, you're a seller. You sell almost every day, sometimes twice a day, on Whatnot. Like, what are your thoughts? Like, are you concerned? Like, be honest. Are you concerned?
Am I concerned?
As a seller?
No, I mean, like, it's not lucrative as a, the people that get caught with their tails between their foot is like making that future investment of how much products they were like pushing out, like not being safe about it.
Okay.
And so that's actually really scary. Like somebody that like spent, I'm gonna use smaller numbers, but $2,000 and they're like, wow, I doubled my profit. So they keep buying and buying and buying. And then like at this moment, if they just bought and couldn't move that product, they're sitting on products that they bought that it's like half of what it's actually worth now.
Like product that they have to move. It's like it comes down to like if you're a seller, are you like how fast are you trying to move this product? And if it doesn't move that fast,
like when me and Rob we bought a couple of collections, and we bought like something for it was like $100, it was like $200 or something. Like it wasn't more than 200, it was like 180. And I remember, of course, we hit our margin. Like we were giving 70% of stuff at the time, 65, 70.
Yeah.
And so we bought it at what's like, let's just say 150. But anyways, we end up taking a loss, like a $10 loss. And we even told the guy, he's like, "There's no way." And we're like, "We don't know where the market's going to be in like a week or two." And that's what's happening.
Yeah. And that's what I'm
So
saying.
we
Like
took
people
an L
here,
on one thing, a couple of slabs. I think it was like, and it wasn't that bad. So,
but also at the same
something
time, it's like, yeah, I mean, like sometimes like you're buying it, and hey, you could take that $5 loss or $10 loss, but even at that same time,
no, that was with the cut, with our 70% cut.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. But
what
I
I'm
mean, at the
saying.
same time, it's like if you're that type of person that needs to move product really fast, and you've screwed yourself over, right? Like if you're someone that's kind of doing okay for themselves, then it's like, okay, yeah, I can hold on to this a little bit, I can make my money back, or I can break even, or if the market pops up, like holding
You gotta
on to
be smart with
product is just as expensive as buying the actual product at hand. Like you keeping on an inventory is very expensive, and for some people they can't afford to hold on to product. Like let's say I buy an entire box of Skyridge right now, right? But let's say the market dips down 10% on Skyridge, I might be bleeding at that moment, but it's not worth. It's so
Skyrim
expensive.
is so different because that box isn't around to like.
It's a bad example. I'm just saying it's a bad.
Nobody's buying Skyridge left and right.
It's
you buy
an
an All-Star
example.
Jolteon.
It's
like 20
it's an
of them.
example. It's an example. Just bear with me.
Okay, well that's to like differentiate with the people. Like it's not for every item. There's some unique items that.
Okay,
like,
fine. Let's say it's a base up box, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Matt. It's basically a Rudy's bathroom type situation. Rudy is Rudy is comfortable with taking losses on certain product, and he could store it in his quote unquote bathroom for it to come back to benefit him.
And, like taking a loss, he can sit on $300,000 worth of Pokemon if he's not meeting his margins.
Ooh, that's a good question from Andy. I want you to answer it. Do you consider Pokemon cards as an investment right now?
You want me to answer it?
Yeah.
On the spot. Do you consider Pokemon cards as an investment? It's so hard because like the first thing that comes into mind when you ask something like that, it's like, which cards are you thinking of? Are you thinking of packs? Are you thinking of certain cards? Are you thinking of modern? Are you thinking of vintage? Are you thinking of slabs, unique items? Like what part of?
I don't think this is a specific question. I think it's just an overall question. Do you
it's
think
different.
Pokemon...
Everything? If you're talking about modern, no, it's not an investment to me.
Okay.
So you know what? I'm just gonna say.
But do you see? Do you have certain cards that you believe is an investment though?
Oh yes, I do. Like my vintage stuff, like my personal low pop, high end, something that like hasn't seen a dip, and like whatever graph you're looking at, either whatever Pokemon price or 130 point or whatever you use, you don't see any dips. Like Skyridge, I bought a bunch of Skyridge packs. I don't think it's gonna dip.
Yeah, early EX era stuff hasn't really changed much of value too.
EX era is not gonna change in value. Any like 10s, they're holding true. Something that's like I don't think my RK9s, they haven't dipped at all.
That's pretty good. Good for you.
Yeah. Or my Rayquaza.
But I also think at the same time,
actually, let me check on my Rayquaza.
I also think at the same time, part of the reason why interest left the hobby as a whole is because there was a lot of different things that became super lucrative as well. It's like you have a lot of people who went towards NFTs, right? And they're there now. They're all aboard on the NFT station, and it's just the next hottest thing, or it's a new TCG that's coming out, like a Korra or Metazoo or something. There's always something, and a lot of those people that move onto different things right then and there because they want to be able to make a quick flip or a quick investment, they want to make a lot of money. Like let's say you have stocks right now. A lot of people, the reason why people are investing like this is like right now, if the annual rate of like let's say your stocks are increasing at the annual rate of 7%, but interest rates are about 7%, then you're making nothing. There's no point of actually owning stocks. So people are going towards these extreme ways to quote unquote make money through investments. And so, I mean, I don't know. It's different. I mean, is it even worth buying Pokemon product right now? For a lot of people in terms of investing. Yeah.
Modern or vintage?
No, let's talk about certain vintage cards. Like if it's a high end vintage card that you're going after, like what's a vintage card that you want in your collection, Izzy?
Nothing right now. Do you consider
what's a card that you eventually want to have in your collection though?
Oh. Oh, Gold Star Charizard or Shining Charizard.
Okay.
Not as an investment piece, but because I want it.
Well, let's say it is an investment piece, right? Would you go out, like, if you were to buy it, are you going to see it as an actual investment piece right now though? Like, are you okay with holding on to it long term, because you see it as an investment, but also as part of your personal collection?
That would be long term. I'm not looking to flip.
Right. Okay.
I know Donnie just sold his 9.5 first edition,
but that's because I know what he's trying to do. He wants to be able to. Well, he's trying to fund, like, he wants to be able to open up his own card shop. That's just like his goal. He and I kind of spoke about it, and he was like, Shiv, like, should I keep like dealing with these like small cards? I'm like, honestly, Donnie, like, you've gotten past the point where you deal with small cards. Like, you need to stick with your guns and move big product all the time, because moving the smaller cards, moving smaller product is super fucking difficult.
Yeah, I have my base at 9 Charizard already. And first edition that doesn't like tickle my feathers, anymore.
Oh wow. Well, aren't you?
Guys, I can't find my Rayquaza at all. I can't. Like, there's only one listed, and it's there's only one listed, and it's like 13. And I don't think it's worth 13.
I think it's like worth like 6.
No, it's not worth 6.
I mean, Kanto Shark's selling an 8.5, I believe, for like 4,500.
Who?
Kanto
Shark. Listed best offer for 4,500, so 8.5 is less than that.
I'm talking about Kanto Shark.
Yeah,
so I think a Gold Star 9 is one of those things.
No,
hey, what's going on, Golden War Turtle? Shout out to Golden War Turtle.
It's sitting pretty at 7 to 9.
Shout out to Golden War Turtle. I've bought a couple of boxes from his shop.
Is he there?
Yeah, he's in the chat, man.
No. Opening your own card shop, stressful. Facts.
Yeah.
Golden War Turtle, yeah. He's one of the top leading sellers of his like distro. I heard from Polish. Shout out to Polish. Yeah.
So like I know there's a lot of people out there that are trying to open up their card shops right now. Like, I just want to know if they're concerned, right? Like, the people that are trying to get into like actually this is a good question. With the interest in Pokemon that's kind of like dying out or getting back to normal, will that make it a lot easier for people to acquire a actual license or actual connection with distribution? Like, will it make it a lot easier versus what it was before, where there was a lot of people trying to go for
that? Can you say that one more time?
So like right now, like for the longest time, for like the past 2 years, it was super difficult for people to get into contact with distribution.
It's so difficult. It's absolutely difficult.
No, like with interest kind of dying out, will you think that difficulty will still remain, or?
It depends. I know there's like a lot of people that aren't accepting their allocations and just shooting themselves in the foot. They're like, I'm done with this. I just got dumped like 50K, 80K, 100K worth of products, and I can't take that right now. I just don't. It's just too much. So they're getting out. They're just closing their account with their distro and just moving on to better things, living their life like they were before, slowly collecting. And so, with that being said, you would think that more spots would be opened up, and that people will approach it as a long-term investment. Okay. But I don't know. What do you think?
Great hit, Nick. What about Pokemon only shops, good or bad? Ooh, that's a tough one. I think that's kind of bad.
Diverse, like what you sell.
You have if you stick with just Pokemon, you're gonna bleed. You have to do everything, whether it's Yu-Gi-Oh, whether it's Digimon, whether it's Weiss, Metazoo. If you can even get
Anime,
product from MetaZoo,
Dragon Ball.
sports.
I mean, even honestly, the best market is actually plushies, man. Like how much if you can find a distro in China or something like that, or like just whatever it may be, the margins are great on it.
Not even that.
Absolutely.
If you're literally like people talk about scalping
You're
cards.
like buying like $1-2 for the plushies and selling them for like $20-$30.
Dude,
40.
not even that. Not even that. I know people that don't even scalp cards. I legitimately know people who scalp plushies off of the Pokemon Center, and they make a killing. A killing.
Yeah, no, like in general, that's what I'm saying.
They make a killing.
Why do you always say no? Not even that.
Well, it's just an ad, you know. Like it's like it's an ad on what you're trying to say. It's like this is even crazier. Like, I mean, before people could easily go to like Buyee, or they could go to all these different proxy places where they can get Japanese products for super cheap, and they resell to the English market, and they make a killing off of it. Yeah, it's a lot worse of what people do here. It's like people want to talk about scalping here in the States. You know what's the worst thing? It's plushies. People thought they had it hard with cards. Plushies was tough.
Yeah. Oh, most recent sale 9 is 77.5. Oh, what about a BGS? What's more valuable, a BGS 9 or a PSA 9?
Probably both, depending on subgrades. Probably both, but depending on subgrades. Honestly, that's what I think.
What? Okay, same. Like across the board.
So like straight up 9s across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a PSA.
Really? Why do you say that?
I'd say it's probably like a gray area, but I really do think it's a PSA.
Interesting. But why?
I don't know. I've seen a lot of cases where some Beckett 9s don't look like PSA 9s. They look like.
I'm saying like value wise, this exact same card.
I think it comes down to liquidity, right? Like we all saw the truth video behind Gary that was produced by Goat Breakers, and in that video there was this little picture that was shown, or a number that was shown, an animation that was shown with how many cards are graded at PSA when it comes to Pokemon versus Beckett, and the number that Beckett has gets complete, like the number that PSA has dwarfs Beckett. So there's so much money involved with PSA that people trust the grading at PSA versus BGS. But that's kind of changing a little bit. And the thing is that there's certain things that actually grade relatively well. I think it just comes across as
you're not understanding. I'm saying like it's like literally the same card, condition and quality.
Yeah. Like I've seen actual auction houses that sell PSA 9 high-end cards, and it goes for way more than
like
a Beckett card.
a true PSA 9 and a true BGS 9. Like which one? Which one?
It just comes down to PSA. PSA has the most liquidity. It's easier to sell a PSA card, a PSA Pokemon card versus a Beckett Pokemon card.
Interesting. Very interesting. Squishy mellow scalpers are scary people.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. I don't know if you know what they are. It's a product produced by Jazzwares.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, they're plushies.
What is? Oh, dang. Where do you get them? Like
retailers for the most part.
Dang. Let me look this up. Squishy.
Oh,
next week, guys. I won't be here.
Yes. And speaking of next week, and speaking of Alex Hodges will be the substitute co-host.
Dang! You already asked him?
Yeah.
Oh, were you talking to him at the same time?
No.
Ooh, that would be spicy. What are y'all going to talk about?
I don't know, man. It was going to be Laura, but she can't be on podcast anymore.
Are you going to tell us why, or are you just going to be, like, silent?
She has contracts. I don't even know what those contracts are.
She can't be on podcast anymore? What? She signed her rights away?
She didn't sign her rights away. She's crushing it, man. You forget. Len's a lawyer.
She signed her rights away? Dang, no, I got a friend's birthday party.
RIP to the homies.
Dang. Do you know what it is? Or you don't? She just said I can't be on.
She wanted to tell me, but no. Like she was like, Shiv, I really want to tell you, but I can't. Cause like she's like, I was like, Shiv, you always tell me everything, and I always tell you everything, but this is like one of those things where I can't tell you. I'm like, okay, that's fine, go ahead.
Dang. No more DDT.
But
So she can't.
you know what's a good thing though? You know what's a good thing?
What?
We're only 1 out of 2 podcasts that's ever interviewed her, and that's the only podcast episodes that's always exist.
Oh yeah. Huh.
That's why she shouted us out. Yeah, that's why she shouted us out Wednesday.
Huh?
That's why she shouted us out Wednesday. Last Wednesday.
Dang, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you shout out our sponsors? Yeah, you did.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. What are you drinking there? All right.
Zevia.
Back to banter.
Zeros across the board.
All right, guys.
Yeah, no, she's living the dream, man. She's living the dream.
Where them ladies at though? Where them ladies at? Look at Shiv. Look at all this cap on it. Like his whole face is just full of cap right now. Acting like a pimp or something like that. Get out of here, bro. You ain't no pimp.
Nah, I'm too.
You ain't talking to that mom anymore?
Which mom?
Guys, if there's any moms in the chat, he loves the ladies that have kids. Got a little boy? Perfect. Little girl? Perfect. You got 2 kids? Oh my gosh. This man is drooling by the mouth right now. Look at him. Look at that smile just thinking about it.
Nah, I haven't dated her in like months.
There's only dudes here. Or is there?
No, Artemis wasn't here earlier.
Bing bong. But you got any future plans for
hold on, pause. You know how we talk about like the Pokemon market? I was telling Ryan from Whatnot and Laura that I give it about 3 years till there's a lot of women in Pokemon.
Okay.
Watch.
Okay. There's a lot already.
No, but like a lot more. Like 2019 compared to now, yeah, there's a lot, but there's gonna be way more publicly. Not like in the closet kind of thing, just publicly.
Like there's actually a lot of all the women like in esports or not esports, but like in Twitch and that. Everybody has like a Pikachu doll or a plushie or like some type of like Pokemon-esque like sentimental attachment to it. Oh yeah, I sold Fat Man the Lugia Shikishi art.
I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you.
What?
I wanted
What do you mean? No, he asked me. He's like, I'm here. Shiv's not here supporting you on your stream. Can I have it? And I'm like, and then he's like, it makes Shiv mad. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll sell it to him. It was like for like $50. Yeah. It was clean too. He got it. Fat Man got it.
You know what? That's okay because I have this bad boy.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, great. Yeah, that's cool, man. But anyways, I think just because nerds are always ways to make money, there's people on. There's like I didn't know Twitch has its own section of like women in a bathtub. It was crazy. Somebody showed me that. You remember when that person got a lot of hate for it? It has its own like category now. That's pretty crazy. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Wild.
We were in Tampa and we were proposing like Cloud TCG only hollows, maybe going twice. Myself, we'd do a hot tub stream. It'd be called Sweaty Dudes.
I don't want to be part of that.
I know, that's why I didn't say your name.
Man, none of y'all look. Never mind.
You be the camera guy.
How does usually know all the e-girls have Pokemon dolls? Because I know a lot of e-girls.
Oh. Taplab almost got a girlfriend this weekend.
Ooh, he showed me. Rachel? He didn't see that coming. You didn't see that coming, did you, Tablab? No, sir.
See, me and Yizzy, we
I dropped that name fast.
See, me and Yizzy kind of evolved from roasting each other to actually roasting our audience, so no one here's safe. Watch out.
Yizzy, what are you watching? I'm watching my stream. What are you talking about? That's why we made it cry. It's called Pods, Pools and Beaches. Is it really? Golly, that's crazy. Yo, he's quiet now.
Yo,
Tablab's quiet now.
Tablab's like, fuck, I gotta run.
Or maybe the stream is slow right now. Tablab. Yeah, everybody go follow Tablab right now. Click his name. Click to follow.
He was like this. I'm single. Hey, I mean, he shot a shot.
Tablab, you need to work on that dad bod. Those ladies love the dad bod right now.
Nah, he's an in shape dude. I think all of us are pretty in shape.
Why do you think? Why do you think Travis gets all the women? He's got that dad bod going on.
Hey, Travis, yeah, and he got money.
How do you know? That's Cap. What's Cap? She followed Shiv. Dang. Is she a clout chaser?
She hasn't messaged me.
Did you follow her first?
No.
Interesting. Dang, didn't follow you? Man, flash that Tablab YouTube channel on her.
Yeah, you should totally do that. That would actually 100% work. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll slide in. I'll be like, I'm Shiv's friend. Follow me, please.
I like Jesus, and then throw out a Bible verse, and then boom, you're good. Done deal. Sealed.
Maybe you weren't smooth with the words, dude. Don't be simp, guys.
Hey, it's okay to be simp.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, what you trying to say?
We're simp free. Poketime is simp free. All right.
As of right now, I've been pretty simp free.
Let's get that straight.
No, that girl doesn't have kids, so you guys don't have to worry.
He does love the kids. So you streaming on Twitch more now? Are you streaming tonight?
I think so, yeah. I don't know. I might do League of Legends. I'm kind of on the fence.
Yeah, I may do Poketime. But Yizzy, you go to church? Yes, I do. I sure do.
Yeah,
that's why.
Andy's gonna be like, man, that girl is perfect for Yizzy.
Yeah, that's what Shiv told me. Shiv called me. She was like, she puts Bible verses on her store.
Yep. See, he said it. Hit up Rachel.
Nah, I don't do the long distance thing. That's too much.
Nah, he can do it. He can totally do it.
I mean, I will be in Florida in February.
And we might be in Vegas in January.
No, I don't know. Maybe.
Guys, heads up. I will be in Dallas, Texas, January 29th. I'm officially going to be at Leonhardt's pop-up shop. And there, I will have a booster pack. And there, I will be giving my booster pack to a kid.
How much was the VIP ticket you got?
I got Pearl VIP, and I think Basic Trainer got the same thing too. It's like $215.
Sheesh. And what encompasses it? Like, what else do you get?
I don't even know, man. I just I got on that website so fast. No, I saw the first option, the most expensive option. I bought it, and I was done. I was like, you know what? I'm in Tampa. You know, I was a few.
Why didn't you click 2? Why didn't you type in 2?
Cause I don't think you could. I think it was like a one at a time kind of thing.
No, you can. You can buy 2.
Oh.
I think it's up to 4.
Oh shit! Then I should have got you one.
Dang.
If another one comes up, then I'll help you skip. Actually, I got it because of Montoya. I was able to get it because of Montoya, actually.
Oh, did he message you?
No, he put it up. Well, kind of, sort of. He put it up on the Discord for the Pokestop, and he put up the link, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I just
Dang, Montoya, you're active on his Discord?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's our Discord. You're in it too. You're a mod.
Yeah, I haven't opened that thing up in a hot minute. Is it still active? Like, do people trade and sell and all that stuff on there?
It's not super active, but it happens. It happens. People talk on there every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. My Discord's dying.
Yeah, I also started on anime nights. So what I do is I actually like purchase the Discord thing, the subscription thing that Discord has, like the most expensive one. um, where I literally stream anime onto one of the channels called Anime Club. So I've been streaming. I started with Black Clover, and people are watching Black Clover.
You watch it with them?
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of cool. Using literally eating Pokemon mid-cast, bro. It seems like a chill thing to me.
Granted, it's like 1 or 2 people, but hey, it's pretty cool.
Shoot, I would join it, but yeah. I ain't balling like that. Yo, anybody like popcorn? What kind of popcorn? Are you like a butter type person or kettle corn?
I like butter popcorn, but mine's mostly kind of like a kettle corn-esque. I put my mom actually has like this recipe. It's called spicy popcorn, and it has turmeric, it has Thai red chili pepper in it. Really, really nice, really, really solid. It's really good.
Yeah, call him out right now. Report him.
Shiv gonna go to prison for streaming anime. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't streaming shit. And if you don't stop, I'm gonna tell.
Ken, can you fix this for me?
I'm gonna tell Rachel.
Who you gonna tell Rachel? Yo, yeah, set me up, Shiv.
Why should I set you up? You're smooth, dude.
Bro, because she follows you. What do you mean? Why should I set you up?
Okay.
You're not gonna be a. Are you telling me you're not gonna be a wingman?
You see, you kind of have to talk to use Pokemon pickup lines to 2 different girls. So it's all you, buddy.
Yeah, like in February, but for now, boy needs a wingman. You know, last time, yo, is Tap Lab in here? Are we in here? Is the OGs in here that were here like 6 months ago? You remember when my boy Shiv over here waited really, really long? You know what I'm saying? Remember my boy Shiv just tiddly-tally with his tail between his feet, just waited, saying, "No, it come time. I wait for my moments." You remember what happened there, Shiv? Nice shirt, by the way. But you remember what happened?
Oh man, screw you.
Okay. See, I don't want the reason I bring this up because I don't want that to happen to me. Okay.
Actually, guys, I have been thinking about it, Montoya. I do plan on start hosting e-dates in the Pokemon community.
Yeah, because I won't.
Yes, he won't do it, but it'll be strictly through Twitch.
I know. That's what I've been telling.
Rachel works at Black Tie Breaks, perfect for Yizzy in the Orlando. Oh, Pat Flynn is in the chat.
Yo, what's up, Pat?
Everyone in the chat right now, congratulate Deep Pocket Monsters for hitting 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy because when the last time we had Pat Flynn on the podcast, it was just right when he started, close to this time of the year. It was what, March?
I think
we had Pat Flynn in March.
Yeah.
March, maybe. Yeah, we had Pat Flynn in March.
I don't recall, but I can probably guess. Go ahead, guess, Tap Lab. Why don't we guess if you want to? Hey, thank you.
We gotta get Pat Flynn on the podcast again just to try to get an update on his life, and see where things are. See what's the direction with Deep Pocket Monsters. How is that PSA graded packs going? How far that's been completed. I like to see that Excel sheet again. So I think that'd be pretty interesting.
Shiv trying his best to dodge. I see you, Shiv. That's pretty smooth.
Wait, dodge
I'll
what?
give it to you.
Dodge what?
Huh? No, dodge what we were talking about earlier. The missed opportunities.
Oh yeah. Speaking of missed opportunities, you ever find certain Pokemon cards where it's like, man, it just kind of escapes the grasp out of your hands?
Yeah,
like auctions.
It's like you have the card right in front of you. Like it's a Pokemon Snap machine, and I know where we're going. It's like a Pokemon Snap machine, and you only see one of those out in the wild every couple of years.
I hate you.
Right, and you see it. You have, let's say the Snap machine's worth $3,000. You have $3,000 in your hand, like right in your hand, that you literally went to Florida to buy this Snap machine for $3,000. And you found it, and you have $3,000 in your hand. Now imagine not buying it and going home. And then you see someone else, another Pokemon collector, buy the Snap Machine
I hate you so much, man.
for
I hate you so much.
$2,500. Imagine that. That's crazy. That's wild in my mind. You know what I'm saying, Andy? You know what I'm saying, Andy? That's wild. See, I don't want to be that guy. I want to buy the Snap Machine, Shiv.
You know, change the topic. 2022 is going to be a really, really big year for myself and Yizzy. I know I am scheduling really, really big whatnot breaks currently.
Oh, yeah, lined up. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
What?
solid stuff that I'm working on.
You just gonna stop there? You gonna finish it?
Be prepared for more Serenata Chunny on the whatnots. Be prepared for really, really big TikTokers that also love Pokemon. They genuinely love Pokemon.
Yo, Kane came into this. Do what?
Oh, Deep Pocket Monsters. Yes, the triangle base set breaks. Man, that was awesome. That's such a great story. We just weren't expecting it. I actually know the rest. I know where those boxes came from, and I know
where did it come from.
Essentially, Pokemon Experience sold an entire case to someone that you and I both know, and out of that case came 2 booster boxes that were opened, and they were Black Triangle boxes. So there's about 4 more.
Was that case at the convention?
No, but I know who has it.
Oh, that would have been crazy. Like, here's a box, here's another one. Can we buy another one? They're like, okay, hey, wait, hold up. You're saying there's Black Triangles in the rest of this case?
Mm-hmm.
Pat, do you have that graded? Ooh. Maybe you need to reach out to Craig from Whatnot. They were going for $600. I was this close to smashing the button, but I didn't. $600.
Do you guys just call each other out on your podcast? Yeah. It's mostly like I get exposed.
Man, I feel like this is laced and tasty. Like, Kang, if you were here, how many, like 3 or 4 months earlier, you would know the backstory. And I promise not to mention it again, which I didn't really mention it. There's no clues. Like, anybody who comes in here won't know unless you already know.
But you also gave like a time reference where it's like, hey, watch these videos like 6 months ago, so then people could easily just go back 6 months ago on the channel and be like, watch.
Yeah, but it's very tedious to watch like podcasts like that.
I mean, hey, if you want to get the juicy details, it's worth it.
Just
I guess.
DM me.
Don't. Yeah.
DM me and I'll send you one picture and you'll be like, oh, that makes a lot of sense now. I can send you one picture and all the puzzles will come together. Shiv hates me right now. He's like, I told you never ever to do this again. But I'm telling you. I'm just saying to mix it up. Hold on, one more thing. To mix it up, Shiv does have a Pokemon Snap Machine, okay? Not to confuse y'all, but the Snap Machine is there. All right.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, right there.
Did you know that Palatine Pokemon TCG is trying to sell Pokemon Snap Machine, but
I saw that. It's actually on Bonnie's page
Facebook?
too. It's the same guy. Yeah. So if you wanna, I mean, I'm not trying to ruin someone's business. I'm just saying it's on Facebook too.
If you're trying to buy it for $20,000, then there you go.
He's asking $20,000 for that.
That's what the last sold was.
No.
Yes. Do you want to know who bought it?
No.
A huge former Twitch streamer that got picked up by YouTube named Ludwig. He picked it up, and he pretty much bought it.
You clearly don't understand English, but I said no. Yeah, but that was during Pokemon hype.
No, he just likes Pokemon that much. He bought it for that much. Pokemon hype or not Pokemon hype, it's a very expensive machine. No,
he bought. Do you not just see the video he just made? Every like almost YouTuber is making it. Like my regrets from falling into FOMO and listening to this, listening to that. Even Pat made a video
Pokemon
like
Snap Machine though.
Okay.
How many people do you know that own Pokemon Snap Machines?
I'm not saying it's not worth that much. I'm just saying he could have got it for cheaper.
All I'm saying is like, damn, I'm rich. This one machine.
Yeah.
You want to know how much I bought this machine for?
Shiv, you told me you can source out 2 of them for way less than that.
I can't.
You bought that in 2019. I know, like we were looking at the same machine. We were talking
No,
about it.
you and I
Yes.
weren't looking at the same machine.
Ohio? You got Ohio?
Yes.
Yes, same machine.
You were not. I
We
trust you.
we
Trust me. You were not
no,
looking at the
yes.
same one.
I was looking at the same one.
Cat.
100%.
Where was it at?
I just told you. What do you mean? Where was it at?
No, like be specific. Where was it at?
I don't know the exact thing, but I literally have DMs with this guy.
I don't believe it. He's lying.
Okay, put your Charizard in a line. Put your base set pack on a line.
Base set pack?
Put something in a line.
I'll
Doesn't
give
have
you
to be expensive.
I'll give you my Mothman.
Oh, your Digimon Series 3.
My Mothman.
Digimon Series 3.
My Mothman. I have a Mothman.
For how much you got it for?
My Mothman?
No, the sealed pack Digimon. For how much you got it for?
Ooh.
You already told me you were gonna sell it to me. How much you got it for anyway? But
Yes, did he sell me that Lugia Shikishi?
huh?
Did he sell me that Lugia Shikishi?
No.
Okay, I mean, there you go.
That man won it. He won it fair and square. He was in my live.
I think Fat Man should sell it back to you, but for more.
Or sell it to you for more.
Eh.
Buy it from him. Offer him a price. He'll take it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people interested in this machine to this day. Like, I've had the Detroit Lions. I've had Ninja's wife, Jessica Blevins, that I sourced out 2 machines. I don't know if she went after those 2 machines or not. I know Charizard King sold a machine for a decent price. So, yeah. Oh, did I tell? Fun fact. I helped sell a first edition Korean base set box.
I know. From Charizard King to whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Put up the.
All right, Chef. I think this is about time. This is a good closing. Let's close this out.
All right.
We're an hour and a half.
All right, guys. You guys know how we sign off. If you haven't,
I don't.
If you haven't smashed the like button, please do so. If you feel like you should or want to donate, to the Poketime Podcast, for Nami, do so. The major donations that you see on there from Live Poke Auctions or myself, those will or Poke Chloe, if none of those none of those actual donations fit within that giveaway. So the people right now that have donated have like a really huge and high likelihood of getting and acquiring a lot of these prizes because it's different spins. It's not just one winner wins everything. It's just multiple people will win multiple prizes, and you know, if
Can I
you
enter
win,
our own giveaway?
no, that's not good. I mean, I'm putting in money from like once all my money's cleared out from whatnot. I think there's like 2 more things that need to clear out, and once that goes in, then I'll pretty much, yeah. I keep telling Yizzy that. My audio keeps catching up on Yizzy's end. That happens from time to time.
Well, I'm playing the audio on my TV. That's why it'll catch it, but I turned it down.
Yeah. But basically, once the Medici stuff clears out, then I will donate to that again. And I still have 5 more spellbooks to do to sell, but it's kind of tough to sell because the first 3 cases were confirmed as reverse hollows in like almost every single pack.
Yeah, the link is there. We really need to. We'll throw up on our story. You want to do it this every day for the last 2 weeks or every other day?
Every day for the last 2 weeks. Every dollar matters. Every dollar counts. We're at 1050. Technically speaking, we're at that 1400 mark.
Yeah.
We want to hit 5,000. We really do. So, you know, every dollar counts. You know, it helps. You're helping someone out. You know, it's something nice at this time of the year. It's a giving season. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, if you like this episode, make sure you're sharing it with your friends. If you like what we're doing more, I think starting Q1, we're going to start uploading every single episode that we've had up to this point onto Spotify once again, so people can actually listen to us to the Spotify throughout the week. That's something that we want to do, because I actually want to see us on someone's Spotify, wrapped for 2022. I think that'd be pretty cool to see us on there. And I think that's kind of important. Myself and Yizzy, we're going to start putting up more and more clip-ups. There's going to be a clip-up for this Thursday. Be sure to tune into that. Make sure you share it. That's pretty much it. Again, we thank each and every single one of you for linking at our Twitch. Okay, I will. We thank each and every single one of you for tuning in every single week. And I say next week, how about you bring a friend? Every single one of you, the goal is to bring an extra friend to the podcast. Introduce it to one friend, and we'll give you, each and every single one of you, smooches on the lips with our eyes open and with passion. So make sure you bring an extra friend to the podcast next week.
I won't be here, guys, so it's you know.
We have 24
I'll be an extra viewer in the chat.
We have 24 concurrent viewers. I want to see 48. Our record is 40. I think 40 or 42 people have been watching us live. I think that's the most. But
okay,
we'd love to see. I want to see 48. I want us to break records upon records, and I think I want to be able to build this podcast to something that's pretty big. And I mean, granted, our live viewership is pretty good. Like we're actually getting really good numbers for a podcast at this size, and how many live viewers we get on a weekly basis. But
and thank you all.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. You know, if you've already donated, and you want to donate, you can. If you haven't donated, feel free to even share our links, because I think that's super important. Just help us out. Pat Flynn, Kangarang, Fat Man, Chris Willis, Alex Lucario King. Who else is in here? Montoya, Artemis,
Alex,
Tap Lab. Everyone else who's in here, we appreciate every single one of you guys, and we will see you guys next week with our substitute guest, Alex Hodges. Let's go ahead and sign off. You guys know how we sign off. And actually, I found out last week, there's actually people that do sign off. They actually do this, and this. I found that out last week.
Just up, deuces, and out. Okay.
Yeah. I had one guy literally message me.
You know what I'm gonna do? Next time, next week, when I'm not gonna be here, I'm gonna be watching it on my phone, and then have someone record me as y'all sign out. That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty cool. All right, guys.
All right.
Sipped up. Deuces. And we're out.
We're out. Later. Peace. Bye. Are we out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bye. Are we really out? You lie.
Maybe.
I'm checking right now.
No, we're not live.
Oh my gosh, what if I said something bad?
Good. You would have been canceled for like the 50th time, like me.
You're
All right,
lucky.
bye. See you later.